Want to know the cheapest, most powerful anti-aging drug in the world? It's not a supplement. It's not an injection. It's quality sleep. And most of us aren't getting nearly enough of it. So why sleep matters? Our body runs a repair shop. Muscles are rebuilt, hormones rebalanced, your brain files away memories. You know, when sleep suffers, everything suffers. Heart health, metabolism, immune function, emotional control. Chronic poor sleep accelerates almost every disease we fear as we age. Heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and so forth. If we ignore quality sleep, we're literally cutting off healthy years of our life. So let's look at what happens during our sleep. Sleep isn't just one long stretch of unconsciousness. It's a series of cycles, and each stage plays a very critical role in keeping you healthy. In the early part of the night, you enter deep sleep, also called slow wave sleep. This is when growth hormone surges to rebuild muscles and tissues. What's even more fascinating is what happens in your brain in that time. So your brain has a plumbing network called the glymphatic system. And during deep sleep, your brain cells actually shrink just a tiny bit, creating a little bit of space in between them. That space allows for cerebrospinal fluid to wash through your brain, rinsing away the waste products that build up during the day. One of those waste products is called beta amyloid plaque. It is the sticky protein strongly linked to Alzheimer's disease. If you cut your sleep short, you cut this cleaning cycle short. Think of it kind of as skipping the nightly rinse your brain desperately needs. So later in the night, you enter REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep. This is the stage tied to dreaming. This is when your brain processes memories, it makes creative connections, and stabilizes your emotions. That's why after a night of really poor sleep, people often feel not just foggy, but sort of more irritable or more anxious or just out of sorts. And through all of this, your immune system is recalibrating. It's repairing cells, it's strengthening your body's defenses, it's learning to recognize new threats. When you miss out on these sleep cycles, it's not just about feeling groggy the next day. You're literally interrupting the body's most powerful repair and maintenance program. So let's talk about sleep and performance actually too. Sleep isn't just about long-term health, it's also about daily performance. Your brain uses sleep to consolidate memories, solve problems, spark creativity. Athletes in particular know about this. Some of the most high-profile athletes, let's say LeBron James, states over and over again he sleeps 12 hours every night. Roger Federer, the tennis star, often gets 10 to 12 hours of sleep every night. Why? Because sleep is the ultimate performance enhancer for athletes, for thinkers, and really for anyone that wants to stay sharp. So let's look at some of the common quality sleep killers. Like what gets in the way? Blue light from phones and laptops, for one, tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime just because it senses that particular wavelength. Caffeine too late in the day. It lingers in your system for hours and messes up your sleep. Alcohol, it may knock you out if you drink enough of it, but it totally wrecks the quality of your sleep. Irregular bedtimes is another one that confuses your body clock. And kind of the stress of racing thoughts really kind of keeps you from drifting off. So here's some practical fixes that might help you get better sleep. And the good news here is that small changes can make a big difference. One is keep a consistent sleep and wake time. Try and do this even on weekends if you can. Make your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet for the sleep time, and then try and get daylight or sunlight even better to kind of help anchor your body clock. At night, build up sort of a wind down routine. Ideally, you would have no screens in the last hour, maybe read a book. I will admit, I often read on screens before I sleep myself. One thing I found helpful is that my reading glasses have a filter in them that block all of the wavelengths that trick my brain into thinking it's still daytime. And I've honestly noticed a real difference in how quickly I fall asleep. Instead of having, say, polarized glasses, I have blue filtering glasses. Also, cut down on caffeine after lunch if you can. Again, this is one of my own personal struggles, but I'm trying to improve on that. These practical fixes aren't just luxuries. These are actual habits that can add years to your health span. Sleep is the cheapest, most effective anti-aging treatment you will ever find. Protect it like your life depends on it, because honestly, it does. Maybe not your immediate life, but your long-term health and health span. If you want to stack more healthy years onto your life, maybe check out some of my other videos here on Durable Life and start preparing now for your final decade on your own terms.